Well, you were known as the Yuppie Don.
Yeah, I hated it, but yes.
When I read that recently, I said, okay, you clearly did not pick this own name for yourself.
Heck no. I don't know how I got that name, but it stuck, and I didn't like it.
Sammy the Bull has a new podcast.
Yeah.
You checked it out?
I did.
I haven't actually. Well, me and Sammy have been talking.
Uh-huh.
We may or may not do something in the future, but I've talked to him. I've also talked to his son.
I think he's a great storyteller. I think he tells it the way it is. And look, there's no denying who Sammy was. And, as far as I know, the story is accurate. I think he's doing a good job.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I got to check it out. I've heard good things about it.
Yeah, no, it's good. And listen, Sammy's 75 years old. And, he's a grandfather and a father. And, he's calmed down in his life. And he's trying to do the right thing. I think he is.
Yeah, I agree. Interesting guy. Like I said, we had a couple of conversations. We had at least one conversation that I can remember. Yeah, very interesting guy.
Yes.
I ended up doing an interview with someone that Mike Tyson.
Yes.
I don't know if you've seen it out there. We actually had the boxer Zab Judah do the interview.
No, I didn't see the interview, but I'll check it out.
Yep. Mike's a very interesting guy.
I like Mike a lot.
Very interesting guy. I like Mike a lot also. The level of honesty where he's basically able to, because although I didn't do most of the interview myself, we laid out all the questions, and he admitted to everything. He didn't try to duck any questions. He didn't try to say that's not what happened. From the drug use to the throwing away the hundreds of millions of dollars to just the mistakes that he's made himself along the way was extremely interesting. You don't see too many people that would really admit to their faults to the level of a Mike Tyson.
Yeah, I don't know if there's any more honest guy around than Mike. I mean, he is, he's got no filter. He just says it the way it is, but he's really as honest as they come. And I really respect him for that, I really do. I'll be getting together with him pretty soon. I did the hot boxing thing with him too. It was a great interview. We had a good time. And he lives here in Newport Beach, one of his places. So, I got friendly with a couple of people around him also, but he's a great guy.
Well, at one point, Mike got a little annoyed with me because I hopped in and asked a couple of questions at the end. And, off camera, he was asking me about a lot of the street guys that I interviewed, like the Keefe D, who was involved in Tupac's murder, or this guy, Brian Glaze Gibbs. He was this kind of gangster / hitman from Brooklyn that I guess Mike knew growing up. So one of the questions I asked was, hey, it seems like, you're cool with a lot of street guys. And Mike was like, what do you mean by that?
Oh.
And it was sort of this moment, I'm like, well, it seems like you know these guys. What are you trying to say? Here you are, this multimillionaire, and, it seems like you've always been attracted to the guys that are still in the streets to a certain degree. Do you think that's a fair statement?
You think I'm attracted to them?
Well, not attracted to them, but I mean, you like having them around. You're friends with them, and you
You
maintain
think I like
this.
having them around?
I'm just asking.
You think I'm friends? What do you think? You think I like having them around?
I don't know. You just spoke nicely about Zip, so I just thought.
Yeah. You know who these guys are? When you talk, what do you say about me? I'm this big, whatever I am, right? But know who those guys are? Those are the guys that when I'm, whoever I am is a nobody. I mean, those are the guys that live in the same building with me. That gives my mother salt or sugar if they need the milk.
And what was actually funny was I was interviewing a comedian who's a regular on the show, Faison Love, and he compared it to the Goodfellas scene, the Joe Pesci. Funny how?
Oh, did he?
What do you mean? What do you mean funny? Like, what, I'm a clown for your amusement? Like, it was like one of those kind of moments where you're like,
you don't want to mess with Mike.
It was just like that. I felt like, being in that Joe Pesci scene, like, okay, I'm trying to explain my way out of this without things going completely left. But Mike is still Mike.
Yeah, fortunately, you were on Zoom with him, right? Or he wasn't.
We were right there in person.
Oh, he's in the room. Okay. Yeah, Mike is he's great. You don't want to get on his bad side.